Hello explorers and welcome to another video. Today we're gonna continue learning about Linux. And we are going to build mostly all of the packages that can be required by a Linux system, and we're gonna talk about the different packages and we'll see how long we get, if we if we can build all of them, or if we need to split this video up. It's a series, so it will be multiple videos, but let's continue here and see. Next package up is ACL, and ACL stands for Access Control List. An access control list is, as it sounds, a way to give you specific permissions on specific files. And first off, we need to configure this with the prefix of USR, as we did before. We need to set the bin dir to /bin. We need to disable static. We don't want any static builds at all. We want everything to be dynamic, so we get all the libraries separately so they can be reused by other programs. And we want to set the libexec dir to USR lib, and we want to set the documentation directory to USR shared doc ACL 2.253, which is this version. And all of these are pretty self-explanatory, so there is no documentation extra about these parameters. So now we have configured this, then we just need to run make, and this is a way to give fine-grained access to different files. So it's a quite important package. So for some file systems which use core utils, then ACL library is required to run make check. It's not required to do now. It can actually be done with core utils later, or we can do it after we built core utils. But for now, we just install this package, and then we need to move some libraries. So first off, if we copy this, these are a little bit longer. So first off, we have this move command here, where we move one of this ACL SO to the lib directory from USR lib, and then we do a link from the lib directory USR lib SO to back to the previous one. So we're actually linking it back to its previous position. So from USR lib ACL SO will link to this package that we just created. So that's the access control list. So let's take the next package, and this is Libcap. There we have unpacked that. And Libcap is a package that implements the user space interfaces for POSIX. So these capabilities are partitioning and all powerful root privileges. So we get distinct privileges as root. So some of the commands down here is caphesh, which is a wrapper for the shell with constraint capability support. We have getcap, which is file capabilities. I don't really know what this actual library is good for. I have never used any of these commands, so this is a new one for me. if you have any suggestions about why you need Libcap in your system, then please comment down below. But we will install this. It's recommended by the guide here. First we need to do some small change to the make file here. So yeah, we will delete some lines so it won't install the static library. And then we will make, and this will go quite fast. Then we have this make rule here where we set a few things. We set raise, set fpcap to no, and lib is equal to lib, the prefix for USR, and then install. So raise set fcap no, this parameter skips trying to use set cap on itself. This avoids an installation error if the kernel or file system does not support extended capabilities. Okay, and then lib is just a way to say where the lib directory should be, so it won't install the 64-bit libraries into lib64. It will override that and install it into the lib directory of this package. Then we do one of these switcheroos where we move the library down to lib and then do a link back to USRlib, as we did with the previous package. Then we come to a command that we've used quite frequently during this, and this is sed. So I miswrote this, so I can't use sed for this, the letter sed for unpacking, because then it should be a gzip package, and this was an xsed package. So now we have unpacked sed, and we need to run z on z in order to do some small changes. So first off, we need to run this command, interactive searching for USR, removing and changing that to tools in the build aux helpman. This will fix an issue in the LFS environment, remove a failing test. So now we need to be in the sed directory, of course. So we run that, and in the same vein we have this one that will remove the test suite panic test sh from the make file. And then we have a very simple configure, which is just prefix into USR and prefix the bin directory to bin. So let's configure that. After that we need to make the actual package, and we also need to make the HTML documentation. And those commands are quite self-explanatory. It's make and make HTML. So when this have been configured, the configuration seems to take a little bit of time here. Then we should just run make and make HTML. So I will do that and get back to, oh, there we are. So I run these two, make and make HTML, and I'll get back to you when they're done. And they're done. So now we need to test the results, so we will run make check. And there the checks have passed. Let's do an installation with make install. Then we need to do another install here for installing the actual documentation. So we will make an install into USR share doc Z47, and with the access rights of 755. We also do an install with 644, so readable, of the sed HTML into that directory. So now we have installed sed into the system. Let's go on and take the next one. So this is Psmisc. Let's unpack that. And And Psmisc is a package that contains program for displaying information about running processes. So if you have seen some run PS, we actually don't have that command yet, but PS will show the process list of all the processes running in the system. So this is a very useful command to have. So let's start off by configuring it with just a prefix where to put it. So it's a very simple installation process here, very straightforward. And we just do a make after that, and then we do a make install. So these are very simple. Then we need to do some moving here. So we need to move the, I didn't copy. Let's get back to this. So first off, we copy the fuser command into bin. And we also need to copy the kill all command into bin. So the fuser, I have not used that often, but kill all is actually quite nice. There is a kill command where you can say a specific process ID and kill that process if it has hanged or anything. So if we run PS, don't we have that now? Shouldn't we have a PS? User bin PS log. I thought PS was was in that package. Yeah, it wasn't. But if we want to kill all processes of a specific, so we don't get PS, we get PS3. Okay, let's test PS3 then. So here we get 3 of all the processes running and what is connected to each of them. But kill all is very interesting because when you don't know the process ID, or if there is many processes running with the same name, but you want to kill all of them, that's where kill all comes in. So let's say that you are running Java is running in multiple processes, and you want to kill all of the Java, then you just type kill all Java and press enter, and that will find all processes with the name Java and kill those. So it's quite handy to have. Next up, we want to install something called IANA, etc. So this should be something with the network, because IANA is the international agency for something. It actually holds all the records for your domain. So if you buy a domain online, this is the organization that actually will create those records. So it's a package provides data for network services and protocols. So it's very simple to do this. We just make install, and we will have that installed. And this will give us protocols and services in etc. Protocols describes the different internet protocols that are available from TCP/IP subsystems, and services provides a mapping between friendly textual names and internet services. So for instance, if you are running FTP, that's usually on port 20 or 21 for the actual FTP, 20 for the data channel, I believe. And if you're running those and then run different commands in order to know that this is an FTP, instead that it says 21 as a port number, you get the actual service name instead. So these are quite good to have in the system. I think we have done a lot here, and this video will be broken into smaller parts, and I hope that you found this interesting. I hope that you learned a little bit more about Linux, and different components of Linux. And if you have any questions or suggestions, leave them down in the comment section down below. If you like this video, give it a like, share it with your friends and colleagues. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do that. And I really hope to see you in the next video.